Want to do a review on the R18 Transcontinental. I have a bunch of videos of work that I've done to the bike, but I haven't given my opinion and my thoughts on it. Just an FYI, my riding experience before, I was on a couple adventure bikes, on the Goldwing, and I was on a Honda VFR 1200. I wasn't ideally looking for a R18. I was looking for a 1200 RT or a K1600. But when I walked into the showroom, this was an option. It was available, kind of caught my attention, and the price was just right. So this is a 2022 R18 Transcontinental. I forget what the color is. It's Manhattan something, I think. Somebody will correct me. And I paid 14,000 Canadian out the door. It had under 9,000 kilometers on it, and it still had warranty for about a year. So I bought it last year, and my warranty's gonna run out in about a month or two. So I couldn't have said no. It was a great deal. It was a lot less than what I was planning to spend on the other two bikes that I had mentioned. So I'm just gonna give my thoughts on what I think so far and what is good, what is bad. Okay, so first off, the color is awesome. I love the matte finish. It looks great. I can tell you that the first time I saw this bike, I think when it first came out in 2022, I walked into a showroom. I was with somebody else. They were looking for a bike, and we opened the door, and this big black motorcycle was there just looking at us. It caught my attention. It looked so good, so strikingly good. I hopped on it, and I'm like, wow, this is huge, this is nice. But at that time, I wasn't really considering a bike this size. I guess you would call it a cruiser, what they call it. So I let that go, but always in the thought of my head, I thought this kind of looked like a work of art. So it was really cool, and I had always kind of admired them and always followed them, to be honest. A lot of YouTube reviewers, a lot of journalists, they gave it really bad reviews. Like, I would say 80 to 90% of the people who tested this bike and gave their opinions on it said it was just like not good at all, and they don't know how it's going to survive against the competition. As a person that's been riding it for a year, let me tell you, everything they told you is so wrong. This bike is so good. I am blown away by how good it has been. It hasn't let me down. It's really solid. So first off, I'll just talk about the engine. It's the 1800 cc's, and I don't mind the cylinder heads on the side. I think it's awesome for cooling. They're getting pure wind as you're going down the road. I know the other V-twins, they're back to back, and you're going to get heat from one of them, and that just cooks you. That I know for sure. These guys, the heat is not bad at all. They actually don't really cook. But don't get me wrong, if you're going to sit in traffic and you're going to wait at stoplights and you're in stop and go traffic, you're going to feel it regardless. So that is the one downside, but beggars can't be choosers. I think this is better than a V-twin setup. So really good torque, really solid torque. Horsepower, I don't even think about it anymore because I just get to the speeds I need to get to so quickly that I totally forget about the horsepower, to be honest. I was riding bikes with 180, 160, 140 horsepower. Yeah, you name it. I had Hayabusas in the time, and you know what? Nothing compares to the torque on these motorcycles. You totally forget about the horsepower. Don't get me wrong, also, you're not doing 210, 250 on the road. It's totally maxing out at 180, 184, but you really don't need to be doing those speeds at all or all the time. So with that being said, the engine is very, very good, and it'll do everything you need it to do, and the torque is so low. The torque comes in at like 2000 RPM, so it is solid. It just kicks in so hard. You start to lose it at about 3.5, 4. It just kind of like dissipates, and the engine's just screaming at that point. Not that it's asking for a gear change, but it's just like, yeah, I'm running out of steam. We might want to switch gears, and I'll give you some fresh torque. But that is good. I really, really like the reverse. The reverse is nice. It's all on the lever here. You just push it down, push it up, and you are solid. Works really well. So you put it, you got to be in neutral, you flip the lever, and then you just hit your button here right at the bottom. You can just tap it or you can hold it. So it comes in pretty hot when you're going in. So sometimes I tap it because I need to see where I'm going. And I've only had it a couple times where it kind of just died on me, and I'd hit it for like 2-3 seconds and it just cut out and it wouldn't work again. Then I'd be stuck in just reverse, so I'd have to kick it back out. That happened a couple times, maybe like 2 or 3 times. I sent it in, they couldn't duplicate it, so they can't find it. There's nothing to fix, but ever since then it's been all right. It hasn't been bad. Okay, so on the front of the bike, just going to talk about the features I see. So the headlights are really solid, give really good lighting on the road at nighttime. And even when the sun is starting to come down, you will see that light like reflecting off street signs, so it's pretty powerful. The auxiliary lights, they provide some puddle lights on the floor in front of you, but I wouldn't say they're shining far ahead of you. They're okay, they vibrate a lot. I don't think this bar is super solid, but yeah, as you can see, I'm moving it. But they're okay, they do the job. Have the adaptive cruise control. That is solid. It'll give your wrist a good break on a long ride, and it works really well. I haven't had any flaws on it, and it slows down, but sometimes if you're sticking to the right or the left of the lane and the car in front of you is the opposite side of that lane, it'll sense that it's not there and it'll just hammer the gas to accelerate, and you gotta be paying attention or else you're just gonna run right by it, or you know what, I don't even know what's gonna happen. I'd rather not even get to that point. Windshield's okay, works for me. I'm 5'9", so it's been pretty solid. The only thing that sucks is that my line of sight is right at this crack, so I might look at getting a windshield with a lip a little bit shorter. Maybe it'll probably do the same thing for wind management, but it's not bad. It protects me really well. No buffeting, no nothing, so that works out well. Suspension at the front is really good. I've hit some big potholes and some bumpy roads, and it's super cushiony. Works really well. These wind deflectors, they do make a difference, believe it or not. I love that you can flip them in and out. So I have tried it in cold weather and just regular days, and it does save you. The only downside is that when they're open, wind will come up into you and it'll go right under your helmet if you got like a flip-up helmet. So it'll smoke you right in the eyes like someone has a blower just blowing from underneath you. That is one thing to keep an eye out for. And the radiators down below, I don't see it ever getting damaged or a lot of debris getting collected in there. These tires are pretty good. They're not bad. They're the Bridgestone tires. They had to throw one on when I got the bike, so it's been pretty good. These wind deflectors, I guess for your knees and your lower body, they're okay. They're not great. They do a decent job, but I've been a little wet in the rain, and let me tell you, nothing protects you like a Goldwing or a shirt. There's some really good Harleys out there that are protecting you really well, and you're in a bubble. But I'm comparing it to a Goldwing where I was in a bubble and I was not getting wet, and I had no wind hitting me. So that's what I'm comparing it to. This controversy that people are complaining of shifting gears. You are provided with a heel toe shifter for a reason. So if you haven't done that kind of riding before, you need to adjust and you need to learn to use it. Yeah, you are not going to probably get your boot underneath there to switch like a regular gear shifter, but I gotta be honest, in 10 minutes I was used to it and I actually kind of prefer this. This is pretty solid. It's really good. The length of the front one here and the back one are really shitty, to be honest. It should be longer. I know there is somebody online that sells them longer and you can probably fit a universal one, but this is tough. You kind of gotta turn your foot in to kind of find it, and also at the back too, and that sucks. But hey, you have to adjust. Not every motorcycle is built for you, and every time you get a new motorcycle, you always have to do something. But that's something I can live with and I'm cool with. And maybe at some point, if I do keep the bike for a while, I may adjust it and make kind of save my ankles from turning inwards all the time. The brake lever sucks. It's really short. That's the only reason why I say it sucks. They sell an extension that probably comes out to like here. That would be nice. So if I'm doing like slow speed parking lot maneuver kind of drills, I find it kind of hard to get my foot because I have to turn in and I'm like riding on the gas tank, so that's a little bit of a bitch. The seat is solid. It has the heated seats work really well, and it also has heated seats for the passenger. So I'll just show where the button is. They work really well. The seat is super comfortable, no complaints about it. Also, the backrest is really good. I don't know, I've been told it's solid, pretty comfortable, but I'm comparing it to a Goldwing, and I've been told the Goldwing is kind of like a sofa, so... But this one does the job. It's really good, and for the price I paid for it, and what the competition is asking for a bike similar, you can't complain at all. I just want to point out quickly all these European plugs. So there's one here, one up here. I'm not sure if there's another one. I don't think there is, but there's just two. And those are good for like heated gear. I like this one here because it's close to, let's say you have heated pants or heated jacket, it's really close to you. You don't have it wrapping, dragging from all the way across, just a string. This gas tank is cool. The actual gas tank cap is really heavy. It's steel, so that's really nice. I like that it's covered. And down here, forget it. This is a disaster. You ain't fitting no new foam in here because they're just massive. You got to have an older foam, but I'll get back to that in a little bit in regards to like an older foam because they're smaller. That's why I say that. There's also a connection port here and a small little cable you got to put in, but I'll talk about the older phones and connectivity with this unit and how it might affect it. But it's not wireless, it's wired, so that's nice. And it's got the little fan inside as well, but I've never used it. It just kind of sits here and does nothing. Luggage is good. It's better than having no luggage. It definitely beats like an adventure bike. Definitely beats a sport touring bike. So these side luggages, it looks cool with the speakers embedded here. Just push it down, then pull this lever up. This one's okay. They're all not that deep, but it's okay. It fits a jacket and then a couple like personal things. So this one and the other one are really nice. The one I'm kind of disappointed with is the back. So this only fits one helmet. Total flop. And just a couple other things in there. That kind of sucks. So if I'm riding with somebody, I'm definitely carrying one helmet after we stop riding because two don't fit in here. But it was a me bike. That was the intended use. So it definitely works for me if it's a full-size helmet. And it's really spacious. And it's really nice too. But what more can you ask for from a bike like this? Okay, the lights on the back, I like this kind of Cyclops light. This is really cool. It looks really sharp at nighttime. I'm sure a lot of people can see that, which is really good because lights at nighttime on a motorcycle, the more you have, the more you get seen. Really cool. I have the crash bars on the side here. I added these guys. Not sure how well they work. Don't want to find out either. The ones at the front here, these are pretty good. They protect the engine. I've put the bike down on purpose just to see what's going to get protected and what's not going to get protected. These guys do a really good job. These guys don't even touch. My exhaust is getting totally scraped if I go down. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about the instrument cluster and all the controls. The Wonder Wheel is really nice. I like that the cruise controls here. That's really cool. Self-explanatory, really easy to use. Not too many buttons on here. Here the same thing. You have your central locking and your power button, and your emergency stop and start. Big grips, heated grips, super solid grips. Oh my gosh, they're so good. I think the heating level is 5, and I'm not getting past like 2 or 3, because at 2 they are burning, legit burning. And that's why I always wanted to get a BMW, is because they have the best heated grips in the game. I've tried a couple other bikes. I haven't tried a Harley yet, and no one compares. Their heated grips, you turn them so high and you get to a certain point where you're like, is this even on anymore? These guys, they will remind you, because they're burning your gloves. I wish they would come out with somebody will make it at some point, some hand protectors, not hand protectors, but hand guards to protect from the wind. And then these guys work so much better. You'll feel like you're in a little cocoon of heat. Okay, so the digital analog is really, really nice. I find myself looking at this guy a lot when I'm at higher speeds, but cruising, I'll look at this guy. This gauge is whatever. It just flops to the right and to the left. I know what it is. It's a power reserve, how hard you're going on the throttle. I wish they would have gave like an engine temperature or coolant temperature, or actually there's no coolant, sorry. Just an engine temperature would have been really nice, like an oil temperature, just so you have an idea if you're in stop and go traffic. Be like, hey, I need to shut off the bike and give it a little bit of rest before I blow up here. Speakers are really, really good. Marshall speakers, solid. I think it's a good sound system. I have to hear the competition, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. I think it's really, really good sound for myself. I like it. Really, really solid. Everything is really nice here. It's a really cool menu. Your vehicle, I'm not gonna go over all this stuff, but I'm just showing you what it has. So my one gripe is with the heated grips. Freaking sucks. It's just way too many steps. So I'll show you. Let's say if that's one. Let's say if I was in radio listening to music, I would have to get back out, so I can just show you. So 1, then I have to switch all the way over with the wonder wheel. That's 2, heating, go down, 3, click in, 4, hand the grips, 5, set it, 6 steps. That's way too much. It's ridiculous, especially when you're cold, as for the reason why you would be using this. It's just way too many steps. I hope they can simplify this with the software. I don't know, some software they come up with where it's just like, hey, there's an icon at the top, all you gotta do is just move up the wonder wheel to it and you're good. Other than that, no other gripes with the infotainment and using it. It's really self-explanatory. It's really nice. I've had no issues hooking up with the phone and using navigation. I know people are saying it's really crappy and they stop using it. I don't know. I've never had an issue with it. I think it's really solid. I've been using navigation on it. The turn by turn is ideal. It brings you down and zooms in. It's really, really good. I've never had a connection issue, and that's where I come back to. I was talking about older phones and how they're smaller and they're older. I think if you have newest software, newest phones trying to connect with a newer vehicle, you are going to have no issues. I think it all comes down to your phone and how new it is and how well it is. So if you have like a basic iPhone, maybe not so well, but then if you have a top of the line iPhone, like the Pro one, or top of the line Samsung, you should have no issues. Okay, I want to talk about the gas tank. I think it's 24 or 26 liters. I can only tell you what I do on full kilometers. So when I'm blasting on the highway, usually I'm doing like 140, 150 kilometers. I'll get 300 kilometers a tank. If I'm doing like 110, 120, 100, I can get pretty close to the 400. So it really depends on your driving. I'm sure optimal conditions, you'll get close to the 400. I think you could use a bigger gas tank, but hey, that's me. Maybe for the next generation. Just looking at it while we're here. So on the left and the right where the winglets are, if it was wider in those areas, I think you'd be fully protected nicely, because that's where a lot of the wind comes in. Even if you have these closed, the wind is still coming from the outside and also from underneath. So it's not, just because it's not closed, this whole area, that's where the wind is getting in. I think if those areas were enclosed a little bit better, you would have better wind protection. And I don't know about these, I don't know, call them knee guards, whatever you want to call them, but they're okay, but they don't do a great job. So wind just always finds a way to get in. Highway speeds with this bike, it tops out 184 kilometers. And I travel at 140, 150, 160, and there's no vibrations. This bike feels like it wants to go more. It is solid 1,000 pound bike that's just willing to go the distance at that speed. And I'm not sure why people say there's a massive vibration in the floorboards and also the whole bike and the handlebars, like above 2, 3, 4,000. I don't know, man. You're just like riding a bike that has no life in it, that probably doesn't vibrate at all. That's the only reason why I can say you are feeling those items, because I think if you're riding a Harley or an Indian, there is some sort of vibration at some point just because it's a bigger engine. But this is a great bike on the highway. It is super solid, no vibrations, and you feel very planted. So overall, it's been a really good bike. I have no plans of getting rid of it. I really like it. I didn't talk about the suspension in the back. That's pretty good. I think I've bottomed out a couple of times, but the bike can only take so much before it bottoms out. I think a lot of bikes are like that too. Obviously higher suspension travel on an adventure bike, but it is what it is for this. Really good bike. Really happy with the power. Really happy with the torque more than the horsepower. I like the way it protects me from the elements. It could be a lot better, but for what I paid and what I was looking to pay for a bike that totally protects me, it's a great deal. No regrets. The riding position, I guess we can talk about that. Riding position is good. I have no issues. For all those people complaining that you're stuck underneath the cylinder heads, you can do some stuff where you can either buy the leg rest that goes over the cylinder heads, or you can legit put some highway pegs on the crash bars and they'll just kind of sit here and extend here, and you just put your foot right there. So that'll work out pretty well, and that's what I think I'm actually going to do. Bike is really good. I'm not planning to get rid of it. I still have warranty, debating if I'm gonna put on the extra warranty. I know it's like $2,000 or $2,500. All those people that said this bike is no good, I have no idea what you're talking about. It is great overall. I was not expecting anything coming into this bike, to be honest, and it blew me away. BMW is really good with the fit and finish. It is superior to like Harley and Indian. I've seen those many times, gone into showrooms, and those bikes do not compare to the BMW. This fit and finish is beautiful. Really good bike. I can't say it enough. Like, I don't want to get rid of it. Usually if I don't like the bike, I'm getting rid of it, and that thought hasn't crossed my mind. Really happy overall. How long it'll take before it breaks down, I hope it doesn't. But I ran into somebody who has a regular R18, and he's thrown on 80,000 kilometers on his bike since he bought it in 2021 or 22, and he says the only thing he's done is an oil change and the regular maintenance that it asks for. That is a testament to how long these bikes could go. So I'm excited. I'm pushing over a little bit over 13,000 clicks right now, and I am not even close to the 80,000 that person talked about. But if you are thinking of getting an R18 Transcontinental, please consider it, because the price can't be beat, and what you're getting, how are you losing by trying it out? It is half the price, and probably even less than half the price of the competition, and at the end of the day, you won't lose. You're already buying it low. It's as low as it could be, and then if you sell it again, you're maybe riding a bike for like $2,000 for like 2 or 3 years, which costs you nothing. If anybody told you it was going to cost you that much to ride a bike like this, you'd probably sign up just to try it out. So it is a really good bike. Don't get thrown off that it's a BMW. And that there aren't many of them, give it a shot. I'm so happy with the bike. I couldn't be happier, and I think I might hold on to it for a couple years, or just hold on to it forever, because it's such a low value that it's just it doesn't make sense to get rid of it. I love that the bike is shaft driven, never have to deal with a belt or a chain. That is just fantastic, and the maintenance on that is super simple. Fill and drain, super good.